All right, excellent job. You've made it to your final year task in Zello, and that's going to be to put together just a brief plan of what you're thinking now that you've done some reflecting this year. Just as a reminder, when you go to log in, you're going to use that Google waffle on any new Google page, and you're going to look for the Zello icon, and that should auto sign you in. Now, our final lesson is called End of Year Task. I'm going to go ahead and click Get Started. This might not be at the top if you still have some other lessons you need to complete, so you might need to pause for a minute and just complete those other lessons because those are kind of the foundation for what you're going to do here. Now, your goal is to make one saved plan. It's always good to write down our thoughts or our plans, and Zello is going to save those for you. So in order to create a plan, we're going to go to the planning section of Zello. And so I'm just going to choose the Create Plan button. Now notice up at the top here, Plans is underlined in purple. So if you ever needed to get back here, that's how you would do that. Let me just show you around for just a moment. So under goals and plans, notice it says college planning is right here. So if you'd like to go ahead and look at starting some tracking of your college applications and scholarships, and also if you want to connect to Common App, if you're a senior and you're looking to go ahead and start applying, this is where you would do that. But if you scroll down, notice it says what will you do after high school. This will give you a chance to just write a few things. And what pops up is a template-based program. So instead of writing super long paragraphs in like a Google Doc, we're going to go ahead and write here. So step one would be to add a title. And it's all right to go ahead and say my 12th grade plan if you like, and go ahead and put your grade in there. You could say something like my current plan. You could even title it if you wanted and say my medical plan. If you know, for instance, you want to go into the field of medicine, up to you. It's just a quick title. Now, based on that, you've done a lot of research this year. You're going to pick the option that your plan is based on. So hopefully you've done some thinking and some research. If I'm going to do a medical plan, I would probably choose college. But if you wanted to go into like the Army or Navy, you might choose joining the military. So see if you can think about that. And notice there's always a not sure and to learn about these options if you can't remember them from a previous lesson. Once you select that, you're going to go ahead and just say next step at the bottom. And notice it kind of adds that to our plan, just like our resume creator. Now, Zello will create a list of tasks for you to do that they think are important. So you might want to think about, have I done those things that Zello's identifying are important when I'm working towards my 2 or 4 year? So as long as you're okay with kind of the basic ones, that's great. Go ahead and leave those there and then say done. And Zello's going to think for just a moment. And for this, it went ahead and made me a to-do list. I can add tasks that I know I need to do or that I'd like to do. I also can kind of decide here if I'm just in the considering phase, so it doesn't have to be a perfect plan. It maybe is just your plan for the moment. Now down below, here you notice I've already chosen a pathway. I did that at the beginning. If I know what school or major I want to go to, I could click this button and that would allow me to add a school or a major by using those buttons. And I'll let you explore that on your own. Also in terms of careers, let's say I've done some research and I've looked at these careers and I really like medical, but I want to be a kinesiologist. So I'm going to add that to my plan. And then here would be my thoughts or my notes. Why do I want to do this plan? Makes me excited about it? How did I get inspired? We may not remember everything that we've always done in our life. And so it's really important to kind of put what we can on there. And that's basically it. You now have made a plan. You can add a cover image here as you like, if you'd like to go find a picture that'll keep you inspired. And then as always, you can delete or edit plans. But I suggest leaving your plans. We're going to do one per year. Obviously, if you're a senior, this will be your last one. And then we can kind of look back in time. So we've made that plan, but just a reminder, I always want to click on that home button and make sure I go back into the lesson itself because it took me somewhere else. It took me to the plans section. So I'll want to come on back over here. Notice it recognizes I have already done that. And it tells me that I did it and I made it to the end of the year. So to submit this assignment, you're just going to tell us how Zello went for you and what you learned. So you can type whatever you like. But that is how you'll kind of complete your final turn in, and say turn in. And I think that worked for us, and done. So if you look here, Zello is 100% complete now, so that's great for me. If you ever want to go back in time and see lessons from previous grades, you do have the ability to view all, and you can see anything that's left from those other years. We wouldn't have gotten to those this year, but it is nice to sometimes, if you have some extra time, there's some great things in here. So congratulations, nicely done. Good luck on that new planning assignment.